Hey guys, sorry if I sound like I'm in a damn wind tunnel, but apparently it's going to be the hottest summer since 1970 something. We had to put window units in our house. Anywho, let's get into Alexis Sharkey's husband. So I went on Instagram, snooping around, minding my business, being nosy. Let's see what happens when we click on Tom Sharkey's name because he doesn't have an account apparently. So let's see what happens when the hashtag comes up. Okay, so the first thing you note is Alexis Sharkey at the top, right? And then underneath her is this guy who I guess is a relative of her husband. He's a boxing
legend.
from Ireland. So just check this out as I scroll down. So I'm scrolling along, minding my business, being nosy, and I'm thinking to myself, every picture that I note of this wrestler guy, he looks like a friggin' giant. But besides that, I'm minding my business, being nosy, scrolling along, right? Where's that weird ass picture? Bloodline, boom. Look at the bottom of the page. Bloodlines. What the hell is this picture? Sorry guys, got a screenshot. Dink. Alexis and Tom married in December of 2019 before moving to Houston in January. She had recently filed for divorce. After returning from Tulum, Mexico trip, Tom notified her parents she was missing. So apparently this girl was using micro doses of mushrooms for some kind of therapeutic, like a lot of people are using plant-based drugs now rather than pharmacia for different mental health challenges. So she was what is known as a microdoser, where she would take small amounts of psilocybin, or aka magic mushrooms, on a daily basis. So they were found in her bloodstream, they were found in her house. Her husband, at the time of not even a year yet, his dad, or clone. I swear I get images of people body hopping. I don't know. This is all for your entertainment purposes only, but I swear, ever since I did my video on black goo, all I imagine is literally people hopping from one body to the next as they start to wear out their body. Anywho, around the same time that news of Alexis' disappearance was breaking, reports of a body being found in Houston also started emerging. Authorities are investigating after a City of Houston public works employee, basically a garbage man, found a naked woman's body Saturday morning. Saturday is Shabbat, which is the holy day. So a lot of people think that's like a Jewish thing, which it's just a God thing. God commands us to rest on the seventh day. The seventh day is actually Saturday, and it's called Shabbat in Hebrew, and Shalom Shabbat, the day of peace. We're not supposed to work because when God created the earth, he took a day off, right? We're supposed to just chill and be one with the Lord. But anywho, so on Shabbat, her body was found by a frigging garbage man in Houston, Texas. And Houston, Texas is where all the big oil companies are, and all the big pyramid scheme. What in tarnation is going on here? The woman, who was believed to be in her 20s, was found naked on the side of the road. Police say she had no visible injuries. She literally, the guy thought it was a mannequin. They saw feet sticking up out of the ground. And this girl's got like, she's a Instagram influencer with this pyramid scheme. So of course she's got to have like a certain look, right? So she's butt ass naked, very beautiful, and this garbage man rolls up on her, and they were freaking freaked out. Just imagine rolling up and never seeing a dead body before, and you see this beautiful naked girl. You're probably like, what the hell is that? Because she looked perfect. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they are clones. I don't freaking know anymore, guys. Again, this is all for entertainment purposes. They have not found a suspect in the case to our knowledge yet. This case is still open. Oh, shoot. Look. Here's pictures. What does this dude got on his chest? What's that? Would that be? That's his daddy. I think that's the husband's daddy. So we have a lot of zaddies involved. So, Sailor Tom Sharkey was a famous boxer, and I believe to be the father of Alexis Sharkey's husband. That's a crazy picture. I keep seeing Sharkey and Smiley in it with the three faces. Anywho, what's weird about this case and the connection to Shan'ann Watts and Christopher Watts is that Tom Sharkey, the husband, right, has tribal tattoos, y'all, right? So what do you think? You think we should have my son break that down? Break it down for you guys. What does tats mean? If I can find some pictures of this guy's tats. All right, so this is the daddy. This is the zaddy, I think, to the husband of Alexis Sharkey. So he was a famous wrestler. He looks like a giant, like a literal giant. Then that picture just popped up that says bloodline. It has nothing to do with anybody in this case. Bloodline tattoo and fuck it. You ever hear that joke? That if you ever want to say fuck it or fuck it, just talk about Thailand, because is that in Thai? Where is I think it's Thailand. I was right. Hey, Thailand, bloodlines. That's where you go to get those tats, Christopher Watts. Guaranteed Christopher Watts got his tattoo in Thailand. What y'all think? That's just too weird, right? Is that not weird? So anyway, Alexis Sharkey is this girl here. Beautiful girl, right? And her husband is not coming up in these pictures, but his zaddy is. He was a famous boxer. So she was found butt-ass naked. This girl here was found butt-ass naked on the side of the road with her feet sticking up. Like literally like whoever strangulated her. She was strangulated. Oh, again. And she took psilocybin. So she was on a plant-based drug. A hallucinogenic plant-based drug. Her husband worked for the Earl companies. And she worked for Pyramid Scheme. A like Lavelle, aka Evil company. Oh, look, check out her art. Sorry guys, got a screenshot. I literally just said screenshot. I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm gonna leave that in there because that's so funny. Can we call it screenshotting from now on? I can't, I'm sorry. That's so inappropriate. Okay, I'm sorry. I take that all back. Anyway, alright, so note her tattoos. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm looking for her husband. And when you put his name in, ain't shit come up except for this boxer who was famous and has a pentagram on his chest. Tom Sharkey, boxer, tattoo, tattooahe. Oh, now you know I gotta look up all shit. What does this mean? What does tattooahe mean? Oh my god! Y'all, do I need to get my son to break down? What? It's Japanese. I'm done. If you guys didn't see the video of my son breaking down Chris Watts' tribal Japanese freaking tattoo, then go watch it now, because this is a trip. This is a freaking trip. Are you following me here? So we have Shan'ann Watts and Chris Watts, right? If you're not familiar with the Watts case, check out my other videos. We've done a million. But one of the recent ones we did, we broke down his tattoo meaning. I will link it in the comment section or in the description box below, one or the other. Then I peep this case, this woman, Alexis Sharkey, who married an older man named Tom Sharkey, right? His zaddy, I believe to be a famous wrestler from back in the day. I just showed you. And he worked for a petroleum company, which allowed him to be... Remember when Nicole Kessinger was talking about Chris? His schedule was about to change, and he was about to go from like a nurse's schedule, like when they work like 2 weeks on, 1 week off. And she was like, oh my gosh, like, that's so great. Like, I can't wait. Like, she was all excited about that because they'd be able to travel, right? Even though Chris traveled with Shan'ann all over the place with her pyramid scheme, multi-level media, internet influencer job, as did Alexis Sharkey, who was found dead on the side of the road, dumped in a bush in a sandy patch in Houston, Texas, where oil is huge, was found butt-ass naked, looking like a mannequin with her feet sticking up out of the ground, strangled. And Shan'ann Watts was pregnant, and her body was found in a shallow ditch, partially nude, with just underwear and a bra wrapped in a blanket. She was 15 weeks pregnant at the time, and also her other daughters, Bella and Celeste, who were 3 and 4 years old respectively, they were also smothered and shoved into a 7-inch hatch, which is at the top of the opening of a oil battery, which is where all the gross, icky stuff goes, and the fumes can instantly kill you. Their bodies were shoved in these separate oil batteries. So you have the similarities are both women worked for pyramid schemes that make you a internet influencer. Alexis was I guess Instagram was her place, and then Shan'ann, her job, she posted her family on Facebook Lives, right? So they both work for multi-level management, aka media, aka influencer, social media influencers. That's how you get the job, to be an influencer. And then both husbands have tribal art that is very specific. It is very specific. Now, I don't know much about it. It's not my expertise, but I'm going to interview my son in a second. But as you can see, this type of artwork, just by looking at other images, is Japanese or Chinese influenced. It's like Japanese anime influenced. And oh shit, we're gonna break this down. You guys liked my son when he came on and broke it down last time. So I'm gonna go interview him in a second. But let me just get all this stuff out of the way. So now you're following me here, guys, right? So Alexis Sharkey is righty here. She is deceased. She was found strangled, butt-ass naked, on the side of the road in like a sandy ditch. And garbage men found her naked body, and they thought it was a mannequin. She was on a plant-based drug, psilocybin mushrooms, which leaves the system really quickly, but she was dosing herself allegedly. She had just gotten back from Mexico, where she met a DJ there and was supposedly having an affair with this guy. So no one's been arrested, but the husband, who's got the tribal art like Chris Watts, said he saw her leaving the house the last night of her before she was killed and jumping into a black car. And then allegedly the last two people to see her alive were the DJ boyfriend from Mexico. And nothing against Mexico or anything in South America. I absolutely love it there. I want to go travel there. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about the plant-based drug situation because I believe Shan'ann wants to have been drugged with something like this. I've been talking about it in all my videos, so it's crazy checking into this case. And then both husbands are, well, Chris Watts is in prison, allegedly. And then Alexis's husband, Tom, he's cooperating with police, as is the other guy, the DJ that lived in Mexico. So we don't know. They didn't make any arrests. And this happened on Black Friday in 2020, which is a high occult day. If you're in this secret society that sacrifices people like ancient Babylonian times. They would do it on certain days, right? So this woman was found butt-ass naked, strangled. Shan'ann Watts found nearly butt-ass naked, strangled. And then her baby that she was pregnant with, I guess after she died, expelled from her. And then her 2 young daughters were found in the oil batteries. And both men worked for flopping petroleum companies. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is police, I don't think they're putting a lot of information out there because we're on to this shit. So, if they're really looking for clues, I would suggest, because they're blaring out at me, check in to the petroleum industry. Is it making people go flipping, flopping crazy, loco? Is it making them snap from all the fumes? Or do they have to do blood rituals? And Shan'ann and Alexis were scoped out a long, long time ago? Question mark. Leave your thoughts below. I will be back with the video of my son breaking up the tattoos meeting. But in the meantime, in the between time, I just wanted to give you a heads up on what I was working on. Be back soon with the breakdown of Tom Sharkey's tattoo.